We are live. It is 3:08 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9:08 PST in the UK. It's across the Pondcast, the best podcast you never heard of, with Sam and Matt steering the ship right into an iceberg. And we are joined by Andrew, aka FatProduce. Welcome, sir. How are you?
We are taking with us when we sink this ship.
Right.
Doing great. It's a nice rainy day here, and just happy to talk some tech with y'all.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a nice rainy day there. Do you live in the UK? I mean, are we missing something?
No.
We have good weather here.
No. It's rainy, but it's still bright outside.
Right.
So we get the positive rain vibes until the flash floods happen. You know.
We just get the gloomy rain stuff.
The soupy, the mist, the London fog, what do they call it?
Yours is more dramatic.
Although
having a bit of drama right now, my shit's falling over.
knocking things over.
I carry on as you were.
No, that's all. So yeah, we were just talking before the show started, Matt. Andrew has a whole bunch of his old dad's HTC phones and all sorts of kind of stuff. So
yeah.
Cool.
It's like I have enough phones here, the old phones, to have look like I'm playing poker with phones, and none of these are my currently used ones. All older than dirt, So it's just crazy. So Sam, this I think you would definitely appreciate. Of course, there's the 1M8, though unfortunately, this one had some problems with the screen, and so it ended up getting taped and then glued, which kind of destroyed it.
Simon's asking did you see a droid force in there? I think there was a droid force in there somewhere.
Yeah.
There you go.
So this one was good, except the problem with this one is there's a ton of image screen burn-in on this thing. And
that's not fake. That's fake news. Screen burn is nothing. It's nothing. Fake news.
Oh, no. Oh, no. But yeah, this one was really good. And I mean, back in the day, so I ended up getting, what was it? Gosh, my dad picked this up a couple of years ago, and so I got him a bunch of Moto mods. And I'd say probably the one...
because you got him upgraded, didn't you?
Yeah, and so I think my favorite one of all of these was the JBL speaker.
Yeah.
Because I tell you,
so
my dad has some trouble hearing, the ringer. Not anymore with this. And nothing will scare the living daylights out of you than hearing a siren ringtone on this son of a bitch.
Oh, siren, yikes. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, there's some good ones. Plus, Matt, we've also got two HTC 10s with neither of them functioning batteries.
Yes,
so I can't actually power it on.
Like them.
Right? Well, and plus, I think the one thing about HTC I realized was I didn't like about how they made them was they sandwiched the batteries between the screen and the logic board.
Yeah,
so
you could try to separate those, and you could try to replace the battery. Where are you going to find an HTC 10 battery, a replacement battery on
eBay for $500?
Yeah, screw that noise.
That's what we had to do. Was we had to order the batteries separately, and then go to a shop and have them put them in.
Yeah,
so,
I'm surprised they'll even touch those things.
Oh, I know. Well, and what was it? They had so it turns out my dad he had what was it, the turbo power mod on, which it's not as thick as this, but it's still pretty thick. But he managed to somehow something punched and just shattered the glass right there. And so we ordered new glass and adhesive, and we were going to just have them do it, but they were going to charge a little bit more than we wanted to. So I'm just going to go in really carefully, remove the glass, and just replace it myself. Yeah. But I'll tell you, that C4, Moto C4 still holds up today. Because what's the chipset on that thing? Isn't it like a 600 Snapdragon 600 something?
I think it's let's find out. Let's go to GSM Arena and we'll check that out. But yeah, I don't think it was I'm not sure if it wasn't a flagship one. So let me see.
Yeah, no.
I'm not sure exactly. If anybody in the chat knows, and I see Greg in the chat, and I thought I saw Simon and Aditya, and who else is in there today? Our regular crew of awesomeness: Simon and Aditya, Joe Hickey, and Greg, And that's it so far. But other people come. Matt went somewhere. I don't know. He's off the screen.
I'm still here.
Are you? What's wrong with you? Why are you going offline?
I was just having an issue with my chair.
You're having an issue,
and I didn't want my crotch take away from the show because it'll take away a lot of attention.
It is.
We'll have to up the rating.
A Qualcomm 675.
Yeah.
You know that holds up. Like so, originally, well, because my parents use Verizon, and so they needed something that worked with Verizon. And after the 10, he was thinking, maybe the HTC 11, and I was like, thank God it doesn't work on Verizon because
El Jefe's in the chat. Say hi to Jeff everyone. Vazakos is in, and Richard Ratner is in. So we got a pretty good group of folks in there today. So, and here's the thing. Everybody was kind of upset about the fact that the Duo came out with the 855, but I honestly haven't had any problems with that processor. And the 6 gigs of RAM, I haven't had any issues with RAM management. Now, granted, I'm not running 10, 12, 18 tabs in a row or applications, but I haven't had any problems with RAM management. The 855 has been fine. The battery's been pretty okay. And I got the April update finally because AT&T is about 2 or 3 weeks behind or so. But I haven't had any issues with like the performance of it. Obviously, the software being buggy and the launcher being kind of whack. And I noticed one thing is if you notice, I took the bumper off of it, and since I took the bumper off, it works a lot better now than it did before. It seems like that bumper. The fact that it doesn't go all the way closed, I think for some reason, the Duo still spazzes out. It doesn't know its orientation, and obviously it's a problem. But it seems like when I took the bumper off the last 2 weeks or so, it's actually performed a lot better as far as orientation and working. But I have a problem. Like they said, well, if the Duo 2 comes out, if it doesn't have an 888, I'm not going to buy it. I'm like, well, first of all, you're not going to buy it anyway, right? And it's like now you can get a swap. You can get a Duo online right now on Swappa for what about $675, $650 now. So there's all the people.
How much they are?
If the Duo was $600, I'd buy it. Well, go ahead and it's $600. Go fucking buy one, and nobody's gonna buy it. That argument that it's
never gonna happen. Nope.
It's overpriced is bullshit. That's why I hate when they say these phones are like, oh, I'm not spending. If that phone was $799, I'd have bought a Duo. No, you fucking wouldn't have bought a Duo. You would have bought it. You would have had it for 2 days and took it back.
I think a lot more people might be. I think hopefully they'll be more kind to it in the second generation because I think people are just standoffish for a first generation product. But I mean, they have so much potential for it, and you're right. Like that processor is perfectly fine. Like on my Sony phone, it's running a Snapdragon 835, and the only reason why I can't use it is because of carrier support, not even just how it runs. So I'll do this too. Yeah.
That's over here.
While y'all are talking, I'm trying to get because this is what I was fucking about. I'm trying to get a good angle because I'm wearing a white t-shirt today because as we discovered, it sort of helps with the orangeness that the Pixel camera seems to like, but doesn't seem to work.
The only time it changes when you put that pink pillow in front of your face. That was it. Anything else? that pillow right there.
Yep.
Watch the wall. See, the wall turns white.
Right now, how weird is this? Right, because now I'm wearing white, but it goes orange.
I would say it's not even orange; it's more like piss yellow.
Right. Come on, Google. I mean, what the fuck is that? What?
Matt and his wall of pish. Yes.
I know. Apparently, I need to wear. I'm going to just do this. This is the color of the wall.
You know what it looks like? It looks like you forgot your mask, and you're trying to go into a shop. And you're just putting a pillow in front of your face because that's like all you had in the back seat. Fuck, I'll just put a pillow in front of my face.
I'm gonna be honest. I might have done that picking up when you have food delivery. I might have done that before.
Oh my God.
Or you do the
shirt.
And the eyes are wide. You're like, I'm sorry.
You're like,
I hate people like you.
Notice. Yeah, we noticed. So, Tech Lover Mama's in the chat. Howdy. And my man, Ronald, is in the chat as well. So, I haven't had any problems with the Duo as far as performance. But I'm curious. Honestly, if it was running even a 700 series, I'd be okay with it. I don't care. So, I don't know. I think that wasn't. I don't think that's the plan of attack. I think everybody was complaining about it. I think obviously the software needs some work. And I'm curious to see the hardware improvements on the Duo 2 if it comes out, but then you really need to work on the software. That's really the problem, right? It was more of the software issues and the launcher. and that kind of thing. But so far, I like it. It's okay. So I'm just curious to see how that goes out. So, and now I think didn't Ronald say he's getting? Oh yeah, he's having an LG wing tomorrow. $500, man. There's I saw on Swap if you're looking for a wing,
500 quid.
Considering AT&T is selling it, I think they still sell on their website. I think full retail. I'm pretty sure. I think they're selling it full retail for I think it's like $900 or something crazy amount.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
That's nuts.
And I've seen gosh, I saw the LG. What was the Velvet is crazy low right now on Swap. I looked on there just today. Hold on, let me see if I can find it here.
He's gonna.
I was looking. Yeah, it's like $250 at $259 lowest price for the unlocked version of the 5G one. Okay, no, it's fair condition, but still,
you know where I live, right? Cool.
Russia. No.
Yeah. Russia.
Djibouti.
I live in Russia.
Can you speak English in Russia? You don't have to speak Russian.
Why would I want? Never mind.
Yeah, here in the UK. Well, the problem is, don't you have there is
sausages.
A UK Swappa, right?
Yeah, it's called motherfucking
Gumtree. That's right. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 600 on T-Mobile. So, I mean, is it better to go in shops? Do they have used phone shops? Is it better to do that than going to E or 3 or yeah?
Yeah.
So are those local people just selling phones in a local is a repair shop?
You can get like Gumtree, or there's places in the city centre which sell second-hand phones. So you can go in, buy one, unlocked, whatever you want, or you can go to the carriers. But it's always cheaper and better to go and grab one from a second-hand shop.
Yeah. Are they pretty
You get 12-month warranty with them, so.
Are they pretty good?
It's actually better than buying it on Gumtree. Because on Gumtree, you're just buying it from another person, so you can just go and pick it up, and if it breaks, it breaks. But if you get it from a second-hand shop, you get a warranty with it, so you can take it back if it breaks.
Yeah, that's really nice, actually.
Yeah, Simon said that Swappa tried to get into the UK. I guess, but did they pull out, or did the UK give them a whole bunch of stuff so they were just it's not worth it? I guess I'm curious how that worked.
Well, I wonder when that happened, because I wonder if maybe
pay your UK taxes.
Right.
I was gonna say, I wonder if Brexit might have had some sort of issue with it too, with just shipping, and all that might have made it not worth it for them.
Maybe.
I don't know what you mean, man. Brexit was the best thing to ever happen.
Yeah, Brexit was okay, and I think Barry Johnson's in here, but he said he's going to be listening. He's got it up on the big screen. He's not in Twitch, but he will be listening while he cleans the house. So I'm glad we are here to keep you entertained while you're cleaning your house, and hopefully stay safe and don't mix bleach and ammonia. Just don't do that. That's
right. Hey, I can't blame him. I mean, the last few times that you guys have had your show, I've been driving every other time.
Well, it seems like you're always driving.
This is why when he said, I'm not driving or anything, I'm not right, you're coming on the show. You're not going to be in the chat.
Yeah, it's been nuts.
You're always driving, and then you never get to watch the show. So if you have chance, you're coming on it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. It's what I've done more driving these past 8 months than I've ever done in my entire life. But I will say I got to try out a truck that actually that surprised me. It had a resistive touch screen, all that, and I plugged into the USB port, and Android Auto just works. And so it was my first time ever using Android Auto in the dash of a vehicle.
Well, you've been doing a lot of driving because you have good news.
Oh yeah. We're actually, my wife and I there's a house that's getting built that we're in the process of purchasing. So we're pretty excited about that. And so we're going to have an unfinished basement. That's going to be my office is going to be down there. And we've got Ethernet hooked up to every room. And so now the house is up, but now it's the progress looks like it slows because as they're doing all of the little fittings and stuff for the inside of the house, it just takes longer for the little stuff. So, it should be done maybe around first week of August, we're hoping.
And all of us are very happy for you both.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, we're excited. Plus, we'll have to have you guys down. It'll be great. I'll grill for you. And then Sam will be like, "No, you're doing it wrong," and he'll grill properly for us.
No, if you have me at your house and you're having food, I won't be allowed. That's kind of like rude, right? Because they're like,
well, no, I would never take it rude. I would be, ooh, this is a learning experience for me.
And Ron said it must have been a Ford of the truck. Was it an F-150 or anything like that, or is it?
Yep, it was a Ford.
There you go.
It was a diesel. And so, oh my God! So I had this big trailer because basically I hired some movers to go and move the stuff into the trailer, and that was a whole thing. And getting that done, I paid them, gave them a nice tip, and then I was like, screw it, I gave them all the beer I had left in my fridge, and it's like, here, take it. And they're like, we can't officially say we're taking this, but thank you. And so I gave them 12 beers, and they were pretty happy after that. I would think.
Yep. Oh yeah. JQ's in the house. Josh, what's up? So found on Road Dead. I didn't know if anybody still referred to that anymore.
JQ, that's that Josh dude, isn't it?
That's that Josh dude.
That's Josh. That's that Josh dude. Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. I like him.
He's a proper fellow. He's pretty good.
He's a proper geezer. You know what I mean? he's a geezer, so he's all right. I like it.
Well, I was actually able to get into what the hell was that? The island, right? With Matt and Val and Josh. We did the little bit of the island, about three matches. Yeah, Rebirth, right? Terrible. I did terribly. It was awesome. I got shot. I was getting shot from all around the corner. I was walking out in the middle of nowhere. Although I did get kills though. I actually did get the chance to kill some people. So that was actually pretty cool. Yeah, it was not bad. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, you're getting mowed down and fucking fighting everyone. I'm just getting 19 kills and just.
Well, what cracked me up was I was running across this one area and
it was so much fun.
Shoot me from a berm. I'm like a ridge. I'm like, what the? I was trying to run across. I go, and then one guy I was trying to parachute in, and I couldn't even get to the.
Josh, that's a lie. Josh, that's a lie. Josh, that's a lie.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I just now stopped the update because I've been trying to get Call of Duty updated. I'm like, yeah, especially with my internet connection now, it takes a lot longer, and I haven't updated it in forever. So I was like, my update's still going. I better pause that.
I think it took me all night, and I think when I got up in the morning and logged into
this is what makes me laugh,
10
right?
or 12 gigs left to go. I was like, oh wow.
You all, this is how middle of the butt fuck nowhere you two live, right? Mine took 20 minutes.
Oh, mine was all night, and it wasn't done.
Mine took 20 minutes.
I had to go whip
19 to be precise. That's what it said.
I had to go whip the mule outside to get the internet connection to go up. So
kind of crank.
Yeah, I had to go with the mule because the watermill had stopped going.
If I took a couple more feet, I can actually get an extra 2 or 3 gig out of it if I really push it hard.
Yeah.
It just shows, though, doesn't it, how much living in a most populated area with good internet makes a massive difference.
Oh, well, when my daughter didn't even live
20
in
hours to 20 minutes.
Lived about 25 minutes out, but she had access to Charter, which is a pretty good cable. She would get 250, 300 meg down.
So,
I don't know about you guys.
On fire in the chat today, man. Look, it didn't know that it was Amish.
No. So interesting thing. Amish actually don't have mustaches because they view that as kind of a militaristic thing because they're pacifists. So they don't actually have mustaches, which is interesting. And so it's interesting thing too is
only
so they have
Amish person would know that.
Yeah. Well, so where I'm moving, there's an Amish community. And it's funny because there are 2 different Amish communities about 20 miles apart from each other. So one community that's near where I'm at, they don't have any covered wagons. The ones that's over about 20 miles away that I've driven past before have covered wagons. And I'm like, why? And it turns out they're different sects. But I'm like, why don't they just go over there and get them and bring them, right? Yeah. And so they don't have
different types of Amish.
Yeah,
I thought that was. Oh, there's no worry of them seeing this. That is 100% fact. So, why the fuck is there 2 different types? I thought there was just Amish people.
They came from different groups out east, and so I'm thinking why don't they just go out there and grab some and come back? And I'm like, if taking a horse and buggy 20 miles out there and then 20 miles back is probably like Frodo taking the ring to Mount Doom.
Yeah, I think my buddy lived Oh man, I think he lived in Cedar County. Pretty sure he lived his parents lived in Republic. So
yeah.
Okay, so I guess there's like a little. It's not a major highway, but it's like a road, and then there was an Amish.
A D tier again, man.
Oh, I know.
West Side Amish represent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We churn butter with metal poles. They do it with wooden sticks.
What?
I don't really know,
That's
but all I
right.
know is you always know in Middle Missouri you're going to see the signs
West
of like,
Side.
the Amish areas or slow vehicle crossing things or whatever. Yeah, you kind of know when you're getting in the hood, right? The Amish hood.
Yeah, that's right.
Into the
But there's
Amish hood.
there's also Mennonites. So I don't know the difference. I have to look at. Yeah. So,
As far as I know, I think they're basically a sect. They originally started as a sect of Amish. Well, so these are Mennonites are
podcast to give you all the
So Mennonites are basically Amish who are willing to own modern technology. Because the thing with Amish, it's not so much using, because Amish were actually building or were involved in building the house.
Amish.
Mennonites
Reformed.
like stalactites.
The Amish that like
we're going to hell.
Modern technology are like the Cardassians of the fucking Amish world or something.
I guess, yeah. Or they're like Amish light, right? They're like reformed Jews, right? They're not Orthodox, they're more reformed.
And then you've got the ones with the covered wagons, which are like the Amish pros.
I will say though, the Amish are extremely crafted woodworkers.
The Pro Max, or the Ultra.
Those are the Amish Pro
Ultra.
Max. Yeah, the Amish Pro Max.
LFA says exactly what I was thinking. Cardassians?
Yeah,
from Star Trek.
There we go.
Oh man!
Do you know when I said it? I thought I could have gone the other way with that.
Oh, I know. We're kind of
especially who we have here. I really could have gone the other way with that, but. Thank you, Jeff. That helped a lot.
Keep Space Nine.
Pull me out of that hole. Thank you very much.
Oh man.
Now, did either one of you guys get to catch Michael Fisher's review of the Xiaomi, the foldable?
Who?
Yes.
Who?
That guy.
That dude. Michael Fisher,
guy.
Mr. Mobile. You don't know? Never heard of him?
I tend not to watch his. Like, I do watch some of his stuff. And I do like him, but a lot of his stuff is he's very sarcastic towards products just because he doesn't like them. Right? Yeah. He's honest, but he is very sarcastic towards certain products that he doesn't like. And I'm like, yeah, but you're saying that now, but then when you reviewed this product that's basically the same thing, you said something different. Oh.
Well,
yeah.
I guess
I like Michael Fisher, don't get me wrong. I do. But some reviews I don't like, some I do.
He has his own bias that's pretty apparent. And I will say from that review I watched that one, and then I watched David Kogan's
It's not that Jeff guy. That Jeff guy's just that Jeff dude he's just a Sony shill. That's all he is.
There's but it was I thought it was pretty cool. Like I liked it. One thing I will note, because one big gripe that Michael Fisher had with the Xiaomi Fold was not being able to use any custom launcher, but apparently on Xiaomi devices,
Chinese only.
Exactly, it's the Chinese ROM.
If there was a global market version, then yeah, you'd be able to. Be great.
Yeah, it's like it makes me, despite his issues with it, it makes me more curious about Xiaomi's interface, because I kind of like the quirky bubbliness of it, which is shallow, I know, but like I kind of like that. It's kind of like I liked the Pebble, interface and how kind of cute and quirky it was, and I kind of liked that aesthetic, at least the idea of that aesthetic with Xiaomi devices.
I guess my question is going to be: I'm glad he also did review the Huawei foldable, right? The X2 or the Mate 2, whatever. But my question is, why?
I was just about to say that. Why is anybody reviewing the Huawei?
Right.
Because they're like, oh, it's really good. It's actually really good. It's got a better screen on the front because it's more like a mobile phone. It's really good. It's got a better screen, no camera inside, but you can't buy it.
Right.
Wait, what? That's like telling me, that's like reviewing, I don't know what, and telling me that, no, sorry, but you can't have it.
I think this is where the bias for Michael Fisher comes in, right? He's into foldables big time. And so what this does is he realizes. I can
understand why. Like, I like the innovation. I just don't think they're ready for most people.
No, they're not. I agree. And like I said, but I think he puts them on his channel because that gives the exposure, right? So people who don't know foldable, because I think
The more there is on the market, the better they'll get quickly. Because if there was only one, then it'd be slow progression. But because there's so many companies doing it, it's going to improve quickly because each one's going to try and outdo the other one for durability, and that's what I'm looking forward to. And the battery in the Xiaomi one is insane.
5,000 milliamp, right?
Mm-hmm.
It makes me think that it's more about like there are certain like for example the Huawei ones in particular, there are certain ideas in its hardware design that other brands that are more present here in North America and in Europe would benefit from adopting. I think it's more about awareness of, oh, this design's a little bit better. That you're like from that Huawei one. I think the most important things we got from that were 3 things. Need a selfie camera on the full size. You need the tapered design really lends itself nice to ergonomics, and then the way that it folds, or 4 things. The way it folds, I guess, combined with the ultra not having the ultra thin glass, are positives overall for folding devices. And so I think he wants to see these things adopted and having some sort of maturity starting to form in terms of how implementation goes. And I think that's the idea why he reviewed those.
Yeah, and I'm glad he is, because obviously because of having the Duo, I'm a big proponent of foldables, dual screens, other form factors, right? The Wing, right? I like having, because I will tell you, more often than not, I have really come to enjoy and really utilize having 2 screens, having a dual screen format. You get and here's the thing. I always say, everybody, I had comments. I was in another stream and it was just in the comments, right? And I was talking about the Duo, and they were like, the Duo's trash. And I'll go, yeah, it may be, right? But my question is, did you use it? I always ask people, like, if I actually bought a Fold 2 and used it for a couple of weeks, right? Or less than a month, and I liked it, but it was like I wanted something that I felt comfortable using on a daily, right? But once you use a dual screen or a foldable, right, a V60 with a dual screen case, or actual true foldable in the Huawei or the Xiaomi or the Samsung, or a dual screen phone like the Duo, use that for 2 months and then tell me how you feel about it. Because I think once you get used to using it, it's really hard to go back. For me, it's been very hard to go back to just using my S21. Like, I do use it. I took it yesterday because my daughter had a prom.
Samsung night. Alert.
Right. But what happens is it cracks me up that people have comments about how shitty foldables are and it's not a thing, and they've never used one or even tried to use one. How can you have an opinion if you've never tried to use it for more than 50 seconds? I just don't want to listen to you.
It's like I sympathize with you, Sam, because like even just for driving, like I have maps on one side and then whatever on the other side, and it's just I can't imagine not having that. There are other things like there are certain things that aren't like ideal, but I tell you I have never felt. Usually, if a company is like, okay, we're going defunct, I would have sold it. But there's nothing else that replicates the features that I have from this, and so I'm just going to hold on to it until.
That's not true, man. You should just buy 2 phones and have one in each pocket.
And on times he's got the P40 Pro. It's great, but less popular apps are an issue. Like for my drone, it needs to be enough, right? Yeah.
You're replicating it right there.
Yeah, I would totally rock.
LG suck, man. You don't know what you're talking about.
I still think that Huawei still has the best hardware, or some of the best hardware in Android design, and also the fact that their cameras are really good. I like Huawei's camera science and their Leica cameras. I like their color science. I do like Huawei.
Yeah.
I'm going to apologize for moving around a lot, but I'm very uncomfortable today.
What chair are you even sitting in? A chair? Where are you sitting?
Yeah, it's just doing a lot of lifting today. Just ache.
Gains. Is it gains? Are you having gains?
Just ache, man. Seriously.
And Aditya says the Duo is in style foldable. Yes. There ain't no 3.5 mil jack. That ain't coming back, yo. But
yeah,
it's just a shame. But I'm curious. Yeah.
Never say never.
It's Microsoft. Never happening. They're not coming back to the same. They're not coming back with the jack.
Matt, whenever you're squirming, you just have to hum. It's the bare necessities as you're like squirming back there.
Necessities.
podcast is terribly off the rails all of a sudden right now.
Excuse me. That is what we're known for.
Right, exactly. Well, I mean, we would not. We're only 20, not even 30 minutes in. We're already starting to lose our focus and just go off the rails. So, I mean, let's spot what we're known for. So it's cool. And now, like I said, I would like to check the Wing out. I want to see, like, I'd like to get a hands on it just to kind of use that as a daily use phone for a couple of weeks and see if I really could get into it. I think I would really like the Wing, and that
really?
I'm going to watch the price go down a little bit. So. And then Aditya wants
you, my friend, have a problem.
It's $9.99 in the UK, isn't it? $9.99.
Yeah, but right.
I knew it. I knew that.
Right, no. Listen, right, because America has so many TV shows.
Here we go.
If you dial 911 in this country, it actually gets you through to the police.
You get
because
what?
the kids,
what?
Because the kids, because the kids watch so much TV now. Most of it's American, so all they know is 911.
So does 999 and 911 do the same thing?
Yes. Basically, it's because it's like if kids are in trouble and they're watching this TV show, they only know 911 because it's all American. So they dial 911, it still gets them through to the police.
Can we start a GoFundMe for Matt's pod?
That's good.
Oh
shoot! By the way,
roasted.
One thing I was going to ask you guys: did you guys hear the rumors that the Zenfone 8, well, at least one of the variants, if there's more than one, is the Zenfone 8 might not have the flip camera? It's going to have the hole punch camera.
Oh, well, then why buy it?
Son of a
right? No, they're adding the headphone jack back, but like,
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, like that's the whole thing for it. So I'm hoping that there's a pro version that still has it, because I'll tell you, like, looking at some of the stuff, I've got like a few different ones I'm looking at, for eventually upgrading like in a year, like Zenfone, Sony, or Lord help me, maybe the Razer.
Yeah.
I need a chair.
I think Matt, we're gonna do a GoFundMe or a bake sale or something for. We're gonna sing songs. No people say you can't believe Jamaica. We got a bobsled team. Matt will just be out in the street, just like panhandling for a chair. It's going to be awesome. We're going to do that, right?
There's nothing wrong with the chair. It's just I'm aching and I can't get comfortable. You know what it's like when you're aching? You just, doesn't matter how you sit, you just can't get comfy.
And do you actually go to a gym or do you just live? Do you have a thing at your house?
At home. Both.
You just like live Kirsty, just fucking push her. Kids, drag them. Like, all the girls are like holding onto a rope and Matt's like, come on. Like,
no pain, no gain.
Matt's out in the front yard and they're like, this dude every day at like 3 o'clock, he grits his kids and they all grab a rope and they fucking do a tug of war in the front yard.
I just imagining like the Batman v Superman like montages of Batman doing the ropes and it's just
Go to Joe.
I'm not doing that.
Now, Joe, is that on your Monogram site or is that your Joe Higgins
Monogram?
Site? Or the Monochrome? I'm sorry, the Monochrome site, or is that?
I was gonna say, what is wrong with you?
Everything. How long have you been doing this fucking show for?
Monogram.
You fucking wanker.
You fucking big giant turd.
Yeah. So I just think it's interesting that the UK had so many people trying to dial 911 because apparently UK kids are so influenced by American culture that fuckers are dialing 911 and goes, oh, oi, you got the cops coming? They're like, no, I dialed 911. Like, well, that's in the United States. What are we going to do? Well, they just basically adopted 911 as an emergency. That's awesome. That's great. The Zenfone 7 has a flip camera, according to Ronald. So I will probably take that. Probably true. Crikey, it's the Rozzers. Is that the police? Is that what we call it? Okay. How many fucking terms you have? The filth, right? The Rozzers. Huh? Oh, what?
Pigs.
Oh, that's yeah, whatever.
Rozzers. 5-0. All that shit.
God, 5-0, you stole that from fucking, like...
We did.
You stole that from us. That's okay. No, it's all good. So, JH Monogram. Yeah, it's all good. So, yeah. So, Joe, I guess he's having a competition just for fun there.
Fuzz. So, it's the fuzz.
It's the fuzz, mate. Yeah. I've heard it called the filth. Actually, you know where I learned that from? Where did I learn that from? It was a PlayStation. What the fuck was the name of that game? The Getaway. Remember The Getaway?
You're old. Yeah.
It was awesome.
I vaguely remember. Was this a regular PlayStation?
It was a regular PlayStation game. Yeah, the first PlayStation. And what it had was an actual, they had like mapped out all of London. So when you drive around, it was like literally London. It was pretty cool. So if you were like wanted to see where roads, because I had a buddy who actually been to London, he goes, no, these roads exist. This is literally like the corners and the shops and the streets. Yeah, it's just like this. They actually mapped out the city and actually ported it to the game. It was a big deal. I like the Getaway. And I remember the guy who was talking about walking around Snow Hill and talking about, I guess, fucking London, I guess it's London Metro Police or something, I guess.
Snow Hill?
Yeah. I thought he said Snow Hill. I don't know. It's like a 10-year-old game. I don't remember. He was just talking about
10-year.
Snowden.
I was gonna say regular PlayStation. That'd be longer than 10 years, right there.
No. I had it on a later PlayStation than that Getaway.
Okay, it was on PS2. Okay, so I think it was
I had
on
it on PS3. I think I had it on PS3.
Yeah, it was on PS2, and it was called The Getaway. Yeah,
it's good.
I tell it.
I remember it.
Boy, I tell
it was a really pretty cool game.
Like since the original GTA and Getaway, there's not been many London-based games.
Yeah, I just liked it because they had actually taken actual
some Call of Duty
screen grabs of London and actually ported it into the game, and so people were like, "That is legitimately what the."
There's a multiplayer map, Piccadilly.
Oh yeah,
multiplayer on Warzone.
Ooh.
Very accurate, bar all the explosions and holes in buildings.
Right, except for burning buses and shit. Yeah, I get it.
But it's very, very accurate. Very accurate.
The Bobbies, yeah.
That's awesome.
It's the Bobbies.
One thing, Sam. One thing I wanted to mention too. I was, what was it? I think it was last week you were talking about the Medal of Honor games for like PlayStation back in the day.
Oh, I love them.
By the way, TK,
TK Bay, TK, your Bay,
TK represent
our Bay, Matt's Bay.
Oh, yeah, those
Michael
Medal of Honor
Bay,
games.
Whatever, it's all good.
Michael Bay. TK just adds explosions to all of his reviews. You know.
Right.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, the Medal of Honor series. Yeah, I really that would be one that I would really like to see if they could come back, because that would be I always enjoyed that.
Never going to happen. The most
they're doing they did a VR game.
It's a classic remastered version for the current generation consoles. That's all you'll get. And if they did then they might think about it, like they did with Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare was remastered first, then remade.
Well, they tried doing a VR game, which was kind of apparently one of the biggest criticisms was how much space it took up, which is kind of like, really, come on, Call of Duty. But like it wasn't super. It was
Call of Duty takes up space in your console. I don't believe you, sir.
I don't think that's a thing. That's not a thing.
It's not a thing. You don't have to have a spare 283 gigabytes for Call of Duty. What are you talking about?
Well, my favorite thing about that new game that they came out was they brought back Michael Giacchino, the guy who did the music for the original. And people forget, like, Michael Giacchino went and did movies. He did the new Star Trek, like the JJ Star Trek film.
That was the one thing I loved about the Medal of Honor series. The soundtrack was so well done, almost like Band of Brothers ish.
Yeah,
just
I still listen to that soundtrack to this day.
Yeah, Getaway.
Can we just while we're on this note, can we just everybody just remember Orville's coming back soon? Let's just get excited about that.
Yes! Yes! Oh, so excited to see hashtag not Star Trek, but Star Trek.
76 gig for PC. Yeesh, God almighty. Oh, and by the way, DT throwing some love to Andrew. Said, I hope your folks and staff are well. Haven't seen you in the chat in a long time. Convey my regards to the family and hugs to the dogs. So,
well, thank you. Thank you, Aditya. Yeah, same to you.
Aditya's been thrown around calling you Amish and fucking all this stuff. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, by the way.
Aditya's just hating because he wishes he was Amish. I think that's what he sees.
I think he might be. I think low-key,
grow the beard.
I think low-key, Aditya could be Amish.
Yeah, I think he is probably.
But it's
Amish,
funny.
He's like Amish light, like we said.
I will say Aditya has a point, because unfortunately the most luscious part of my beard naturally grows for the neck region, unfortunately, and that's like prime Amish beard territory right there.
Right,
so my beard's
it's a struggle.
Game at the minute.
He's watching movies with Mickeys and Houses of Star Trek. Movies with Mickeys. I never heard of that.
Star.
Okay.
Let's talk about beards. No.
Right. Well, I guess my question is this a choice not to grow this, or is it doesn't grow as well, so it's kind of like,
No, it's a choice too. Well, most of my gray is right here, but it's a choice just because.
I'm getting it.
I just was like, I might as well do something different, because
TK's here. We're all just
Dude,
0 out of 10 compared to TK's
I don't think
beard.
I can even get in the neighborhood. I don't have the patience to run that.
I mean, look, come on.
There's
What's
no
happening?
way.
What's happening here? I don't even know what's going on. This is just
TK's beard is a way of life.
You know what's funny is it's because of the lighting, but it just looks like it's just brown. Like it's painted. It's just like you painted your chin. You can't even see there's like hair. Yeah, it's just like dark.
TK actually has a budget for Industrial Light and Magic to actually edit his beard in every video he does.
Is that how it goes?
You know,
I didn't know that was
you know.
Yeah, we can't talk about beards without getting TK. You're right, because I mean, seriously, I mean it's just so good. It's just so good. Yes, let the beard guide you. Just let it come in. Just let it wash over. Actually,
I feel like at this point, right, I've got to such a point now where my beard is getting quite long that if I shave it off, I'll offend TK somehow. I want to keep it going, but I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up.
And he's in the mirror going, what would TK do? TK say stick with it and stay in the game and quit being such a fucking bitch about it and let that thing grow. Quit being such a fucking weak. You're weak. Just let it happen. Let the beard guide you. Why does that sound like something that should come off of like the Trailer Park Boys, right? Be it one with the liquor. I am the liquor, right? Jim Leahy. There's a good reference for you. So I don't know. I mean,
I just got a notification on Jeff's Discord. He's posted a video.
Right
after this, go and watch it. Go and watch that. Go and watch Jeff's new video.
Right.
Not right now. In a minute.
So I went and saw the other day. We were at I was at Best Buy with Anna, and they were. Have you seen the sun? I guess they're Bose sunglasses. I don't think they're bone conduction though. Or at least I thought. Well, maybe they aren't all bone conduction. I think some of them have speakers like in the armature. I'm curious, like if those are any good. No. Like I've never used bone conduction. Have you ever used bone conduction? Anything?
I've never used bone conduction.
Does it work pretty good?
It's fantastic. These,
really?
These are my favorite headphones I own.
Yeah, but done well, it works. It's when it's not done well.
So initially, I tried out one of the first generations of Aftershocks, and like when it got bassy, it was rumbling on my head. And luckily, the puppies that my parents have just destroyed them. Not luckily, but you know. And so I ended up right. And so I ended up ordering, going to Best Buy and picking up the Trex Airs. And I like these. I leave these on, forget that they're on all the time. The customer service is great for them because they come with earplugs and like a little case for them, and I ended up losing a set of them, and I just DM'd Aftershocks on Twitter, and it was like, is there a way I can just buy another set of these with the case? And they just sent me a replacement one. Wow. They sound really good. Like it's not going to be audiophile quality in terms of like if you're listening to if I'm listening to the soundtrack for Star Trek or something, I'm probably not going to go for these at first, but these have been fantastic as far as I can hear stuff really well. I listened to this show countless times on these. I forget that they're on. Like I actually wear these when I'm driving because that way I can take a call privately if I want to, and it's not obstructing my ears. And if you plug up your ears with earplugs, you can hear it way better. So I use these when I'm mowing. I'll just put earplugs in. Yeah. But they're great. I love them. And it's one of those things though you just have to try before you. But like I would suggest trying it. And don't be afraid of returning it. Basically, like if you go to Best Buy or someplace, don't be afraid to go and just try it out. And then if it turns out it's not for you, returning it. That's why they have a return policy. I figured, but great. I love them. Love them. Yeah. My favorite headphones ever. So. And
Aditya says that he
let
has
the bone conduction guide you.
They're super nice. Mm-hmm. There's no bass, but the mids are nice. Audiobooks, podcasts sound super nice. Plug in the earplugs and the bass starts to exist. It's nice. Yeah, I just saw the Bose ones, but it's I don't know because the arm was really wide at the base of it. I don't know if those were bone conduction or they just actually had speakers that were right there. Because I think Anna said she could hear them. I was like, and the whole point of bone conduction was they can't hear that, right? So that unless they put, I guess, their head up to your head, I guess they could hear it. Mm-hmm. I'm just curious.
So I'm looking at it. They aren't really clear about it, but they say that they're better than better than Aftershocks is what one of the reviews on CNET is saying. Yeah. But
better.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean that's just one review too. And
the thing is, better is subjective. So
right.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right about that.
And Matt says,
I'm not
TK
sure.
wants you to stay with it. Just groom it a little. Just groom it. That's you, Matt. Groom it.
No.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So Adichie is saying that they don't have returns where you're at. Like they don't have any sort of no place has return policies. Like
What?
how does that work?
Where do you live? Mars?
He's in the Czech Republic, so maybe they got some kind of rule about technology or tech.
I thought
if it goes
maybe
through
they're-
his
had
head.
no, but I thought everywhere did at least some form of return. Like, what would be the point?
Yeah.
Why would you ever buy anything if you
Hell.
couldn't return it?
Yeah.
Maybe they got some kind of rule about like things that are like either in your ear or attached to your face or whatever. Maybe you can't return those things. I don't know.
No, yeah,
I
it's
just
like
having
returning boxer shorts, isn't it? Like underpants. You can't return underpants
Yeah.
once you tried them on and they don't fit you.
Matt's like,
But
can I return these? No. Those outside in a fucking barrel because we're not bringing
that
those.
brown stain was there when I brought them.
Right. These are pre.
like the
these are
earwax in these
pre-used
headphones.
underwear.
They're pre-browned. I didn't want pre-browned underpants.
Jesus Christ.
You see how quickly this show can turn around? Like,
It just deteriorates.
it
into
literally in
total
the
awfulness.
space of a second, we've gone from
I don't
awesome
even think
to what the fuck is going on?
to terrible to awful and just very it's bad. Just ignore that last. I'm gonna cut that 30 seconds of audio out of the podcast.
Don't wait this way. Don't you
No, I
don't maybe
won't.
come over there. Don't you ever edit this show. I will
Well, that's
come
the whole
over
point
there
of
and
this.
I will.
The whole point of this is that we never edit anything. If it's in there, it's just
If it's there, if you say
More-
something, it's in this show forever.
undercrackers. Is that what?
Undercrackers. Yeah, I'm not selling my undercrackers.
That's another word.
How
Listen,
many
another
fucking
word.
slang words you got?
Listen.
Are there like really like a dozen slang words
If
for
I
every
was selling-
goddamn thing in the UK?
If I was
It's
selling them on
unbelievable.
the website, man, you would never buy my underdrawers. I tell you now.
At least in Germany, they're like when they come up with their names, they just list out all the aspects of it.
Nope.
Like if they have an underpants, like elastic boxer brief underpants red, would be like the name. In
Nope.
German.
Undercrackers,
And no, this
knickers,
isn't English humor
pants.
because maybe it is, and I just stumbled into it.
Underdrawers.
I don't know. 'Cause it's-
No, this is a genuine thing. Like I could go, get out. You're not having my undercrackers. Then people know my underdrawers, my nick
Gongs.
pats, my thongs, my gongs, whatever.
I can't. It's just like UK slang is like extra. It's like fucking
Well,
extra, man. It's
But
like
it's supposed to be extra. That's
Yeah,
the
but it's
point of
impossible.
the UK.
It's impossible to get anything
Oh.
because I can walk
Well,
into
okay.
a place. They go gongs. I don't know what those are. Are you talking about undercrackers? No, I'm not talking about undercrackers. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just going to speak American English, and y'all can just fuck right off because there's
Hey,
We
You
may
go.
have an.
and speak where you go. Okay, you speak where you go. You don't speak English. You speak where you go. So if you
Well,
go here, you speak there. You speak Newcastle. You speak Liverpool.
So
you speak London.
may-
You speak Derby.
I may
You
have
speak
some.
where you go.
I may have a term that you might not know though. So do you know what flapjacks are?
Yeah.
like what? Like pancakes?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pancakes. Flapjacks or pancakes?
Flapjacks ain't pancakes. They're fucking OT bars, man. They ain't. they ain't. Flapjacks are golden syrup and oats, and it's like they're not pancakes. Pancakes, pancakes. They're round,
Oh,
they're flat.
not-
You eat 'em.
Not here in the country, son.
Listen, boy, you
Right.
damn well better not start with me.
Yeah. See, Greg knew it. They were, and then Aditya knew it.
See, that's the one thing in this English with pancakes. Pancakes are pancakes. There's no other word for pancakes. Pancakes, pancakes. Wherever you go, pancakes are pancakes.
I will say.
That I can't believe. I don't believe that for 1 second.
No. You go anywhere in the UK and have pancakes, you get pancakes. You get the same. It doesn't matter what it is.
Now,
You
what
get
about
pancakes.
chips and fish?
Yeah,
Like
chips,
fish and chips. Fish and chips. is
That's the same. It's the same. Yeah.
They don't call them anything else.
You have to specify what fish. Like, do you want cod or haddock or anything like that? But yeah, chips are chips and fish is fish.
Okay, I was just curious.
Usually- traditionally, it's cod or haddock, so you
the
can
radar where
choose.
it's just one fucking thing. That
Yeah,
I find interesting.
pancakes, chips, fish. You sort of that's basic stuff. But it's usually when it comes to bread, like bread, the crust. Like cobs, which I call them cobs. But there will be people in this chat that are from other parts of the UK that don't call them cobs. They call them rolls, baps,
Barms.
bombs. Like
Right.
Mhm.
detail. You have one word for pancakes, 15 for underwear, and 17 for cops. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's how it goes.
And about 17 bread rolls and a crust. Like you get a loaf of bread, and then the ends of the bread, which had all the crust in it. It's like all crust. The end of the bread loaf. It's called a crust. But you go to other places, it's called a slab, a slip, an end, a drab, a drub, and I'm like, it's literally a crust. It's literally called a crust. Like it's the ends.
I know it's funny. I think I've decided I'm not visiting the UK, or if I do, I'm not talking the whole fucking time I'm there because I'm like, I don't know what word you fuckers use it because I don't know what Newcastle or fucking Sussex or fucking London. I have no clue what the hell you guys use. Like, I don't know where I am, one. And then two, I don't know what the fuck is happening in the place I am.
Heel, Simon. Right. The heel is the thing on your shoe, bro.
That's what we call. That's what I call.
Is a crust.
The two pieces of bread on a loaf of bread. The two ends are called the heels. That's what I.
Simon, you are American. You are not from the UK. Leave.
I'm just imagining, Sam. I'm just imagining you going and visiting, and then you have like Google Translate with English and then English.
Even Google Translate gonna be like, I don't know where the. I'm gonna ask you, what fucking city are you in?
Have you ever noticed?
I'm in like here.
Open any app, right? Open any app. And you can choose English US or English UK, and there is a reason why those two are separate things.
Right. Did you see this by Goran? It says that he got information from ASUS that the ROG 5 will only get one OS update and 2 years of security.
Ugh. How much did how much
I've not heard
did the
this
previous ROG phones get?
2 years. 2 big software updates.
Well, I mean,
ROG 3.
Here's the thing.
It's due to get 11. I think it's on 11.
I'm okay with the software, like the OS update. I'm okay with it being 1. The security updates is where I have a little bit more of an issue with that. I think that's kind of shitty. Like I said, I mean, I'm okay with using
haven't seen
Android
anything
10 or
officially.
Android even 9, but not the security updates. That's got to be
It's nice, but I've not seen anything officially, and I have been keeping my eye on it. So I will keep my eye on it longer, but I've not seen anything officially.
Lester.
And I've not heard from ASUS anything different. So
for the folks being English, y'all's English is really bad. I don't know anybody from Leicester. You know anybody from Leicester?
Saf's
from Leicester? Okay.
Saf's from Leicester. A couple of friends of mine, Rav, and that from Leicester. I know a few people from Leicester because it's like half an hour away from where I live.
Right. And they apparently they don't have the best English in England, in the UK.
No, I'd say they have quite good English, to be fair.
Oh, yeah, they sound like
in comparison to like the Midlands area, Leicester probably have the best accent and English speaking like section.
So, which part of the UK are mainly Millwall fans then? I made that joke like a couple of shows ago, but I have no idea where actually that is.
Millwall fans are usually born in a barn and then raised by sheep.
Wow. Okay. Sounds like you're a fan.
Now I know.
It sounds like you're a fan.
Now we know.
Yeah.
They're spread out. They're spread out all over the place to make it look like there's loads of them, but there isn't that many. And they think they're hard and gangster, but bring them in a fight at football, they ain't shit. So,
So I'm not sure about Leicester. The English as a whole, leaving heavy confusing prejudice by the career. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, I mean it's. Oh, okay. Apparently this is piggyback.
No,
yeah.
No. Millwall is cousins. Nottingham Forest is brothers and sisters. Get that right. Because I'm Derby till I die, man, and Nottingham Forest, you are fucking shit. Although we're doing really shit this year, but still you're wank. I don't like you anymore. Yeah, Millwall is London, but I'm saying they were all born in a barn, raised by sheep, mothered by cows, and sleep with fish. Like that's basically the role that they go in.
Yeah, so I guess Millwall's not exactly a real hotbed of culture and intelligence.
Leeds, Nottingham Forest, pure dog shit. Fans are shit. Fuck off. Them Wolves fans, them Arsenal fans, knobheads, all of them. Especially Joe, the right bell end. I'm going to get myself into trouble on this show.
That's as
today.
hell.
I'm going to get myself into trouble, boy.
I just don't know what I don't know what's happening. The UK. The more I think
Basically, what's happening right now?
The more I have it figured out.
Talking shit to all the football fans out there.
I know. I'm saying, but once I think I have things kind of sort of sorted out, then all this kind of show happens, and I go, okay, I really realize it.
Yeah, but you have got nothing, man. You have got nothing. What you understand football is the thing you play with your feet, and you understand that fish and chips are a thing. You know, French toast and fried breakfast and fried toast and all that stuff. You get all that, but basically, if you come in here and you want food, you need to learn wherever we are in England, that specific food is called something different.
Right. Okay. Or I'll just go to McDonald's and fuck it. Let's do that. How's Wayne Rooney working out for you? Apparently not.
Wayne Rooney is working out really well. He's doing very well in getting us into League One so we can have that motivational push to win the Premier League like Leicester did. Yes, thank you very much. Next.
Jesus Christ. Andrew, poor Andrew just asked about Millwall and he just fucking opened up a goddamn Pandora's box of hell.
It's an education.
I've literally just finished at McDonald's before I came on the show.
First of all, Macca's, I thought Australians called McDonald's Macca's. That's Australian. Not UK.
Yeah, no. It's Mackies. Mackies. Maccis. Mackies. We're going Mackies. Mackie D's.
You know, it's funny. Andrew, we live in the United States. Do you know anybody who calls it anything other than McDonald's?
I mean, I've heard it called Mickey D's before.
Mickey D's, but that's it. But not
Mackie
like
much. I mean,
Mackie D's.
I came from a small town where I remember my kindergarten year that it was a big deal that we got McDonald's in our hometown. Like they built one. Like we would drive an hour, and it was a treat to go to Mickey D's back in the day.
Small area, Barnes. He must know all the Millwall fans.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we're still using floppy disks to save everything, so, you know.
Right.
Sweet.
Yeah, McD's. Yeah, I mean,
McD's, yeah.
But like I said, I can't imagine going to places that's like they have so many different slang words for the same thing. It's just like, I don't.
Apparently the Australians have something similar, too, because one thing that they, like...
Yeah.
The Australians have our flag in theirs. Of course they're going to speak the same way we do.
Yeah, they're former British penal colony people. The whole thing was prisoners
who used dollars.
Yeah, who knew that, right?
Like, why? How did that happen? But still,
yeah, it's odd little bit of trivia. But the very first buildings that were ever built on Australian soil were gallows.
There you go.
I can't imagine why.
It is a penal colony, so you know.
Yeah,
don't make us come back over there. Don't make us come back over there.
Dude, I ain't going there. Have you?
Your big ass country, you still couldn't hold us off.
Right. Well, the problem is it wouldn't be the Aussies that kill you. It'd be all the wildlife that's there would probably wind up killing you. That place is fucked up. I mean, no wonder it's a penal colony. It's like, we could just drop these people off. We don't have to kill them. We'll just put them out in the outback and just let them walk around. And kangaroos and fucking scorpions and snakes and shit, things will just kill them. They ain't got no chance at all.
Hey, yeah, well, it's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog.
Right. I agree. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how we got to Australia. We know what's funny is I think we don't have any
Australians in the chat.
We don't have any Australians in the chat. The only creator that I know who's I don't know if he's in Australia, but he's Australian is Sam Beckman. He's the only one I know. He's a YouTube guy. He does a lot of Android builds and
what's his YouTube channel called?
I don't know. I just look under Sam Beckman. I don't know if he's got a name other than the hammer or something. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. Sam Beckman. I think is his name. Yeah, Sam Beckman. I don't think his YouTube doesn't have a name. It's just Sam.
Oh, okay.
Beckman.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, he's cool. I like him. He does a really good job. But I think he's the only one I've seen who's actually. I think he lives in Australia, but I couldn't swear to it. And the other guy, and then of course, that's all I know. That's the only one I know that who lives in Australia, or at least who's Australian by trade, or you know what I mean. By nationality. Nationality. By trade.
He was sold to Australia, so he's Australian by trade. But then he was released and he moved to Austria.
Why has that to be Austria? Aussie, oi. Yeah, I don't know.
I just thought the word Austria. I don't know
He's actually his content's really good. I like Sam Beckman. If nobody follows him, you should check out. He does a really good job. I love his content, especially if you're doing like he does a lot of stuff with like Nova launcher builds and like launchers and apps. I mean, his content's really really well produced. He's really, I don't know how many followers he has, but I think he's pretty. I like his content. I've been a fan of his channel for a long, long time. So if you haven't checked him out, you should give him a check. Check out his stuff. It's pretty good. Let's see how many followers does he have on YouTube. 237K is what as of right now. It's just Sam Beckman. That's all.
There's one channel I've been following that's been like, so I've been kind of on a keyboard for a computer keyboard phrase kind of lately, and it's Cryosaran 22, I think is his name. Like it's yeah. He's British, but he like it's ludicrous. Yeah, it's ludicrous the stuff that we see like on his keyboards. Like he reviews a bunch of them. He's not afraid to to keep it real about it. But I mean, like he's got random keyboards, like beam spring keyboards from like the late 70s, early 80s that they have like set up and like made work with actual computers. That like, and I looked online, like people are buying these beam spring keyboards, which are like before the Model F, which is before the Model M keyboards, for like $2,000 a pop, and they weigh like 30 pounds.
I went to the store the other day and I see keyboards like gaming keyboards that are like $250. I'm like, I can't imagine a scenario where I spend $250 on a keyboard. I'm sorry. I think it's asinine to me. I mean, I get it. I'm not throwing shade at people who do. If you want to spend your money on whatever, you go right ahead. But I'm just thinking, for me, how much was that? Was it 250 fucking quid? No.
That's what I mean. This was 25 quid.
There you go. It looks fine.
It's a metal construction and it's got lights on it and I can type shit.
I
can type shit on it.
Is that the clicky clacky when you used to type it in? Like,
yeah. Wait, let me do this in the chat so everyone knows what I'm writing.
Yeah. Here's the thing you got away from doing. Do you ever like put it in the chat like you used to? Remember the first couple of minutes you'd like broadcast the chat? You don't do that anymore, do you?
No.
Thanks. Okay. Good job.
Everybody, listen.
Look at your chat. Fucking retard. God, you're stupid.
I nearly wrote OnlyFans at the end there with that by accident.
Oh, OnlyFans. Yeah,
it's your offshoot. It's your off-brand OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's close enough. It's OnlyFans. Okay, that's cool.
Hey, no, right? Listen, geezer.
Right.
I have not lost. I haven't given up, not yet.
Only pubes. Right.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so good.
Well, I mean, maybe that's.
I bet we could make a killing off that, lads.
I bet it's already taken. I bet it's already taken.
I bet you it already is. Somebody Google that right now. DC, probably you, because your history is probably ruined as it is. So you.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm still waiting for
Andrew's checking.
Wiki feet is a thing. Oh my god.
Oh no, yeah, that's a thing.
No,
that's funny.
No.
feet are a big thing in the world of weirdness.
No, we're not doing that. We're not.
I mean, there are weirder things, but yeah.
I didn't say
people
it's not.
Like
you do whatever you want, man. Whatever
people
works
like
for
feet
you.
on their face, in their mouth, on their ears,
on their ears.
On their ears, man. I swear to God, this shit is weird.
No. I understand. I'm not going to say whatever works for you is fine, but this show is already awful enough, and we're not going anywhere in the neighborhood of that.
Listen,
no.
If we're going to talk about it, we're going to talk about it now.
Why not? I have to deal with this
feet
today.
obsession. Feet obsession is a real thing, man.
Yeah, I understand it is.
Don't hate the player, hate
We're
the
not
game.
going to deal with it on the show. That's what we're not going to do. You understand it's a thing.
All I've got to say, right, is if you like feet like that, you're fucking weird.
Yeah,
and you
then,
are.
Of course,
you belong in a fucking
when does
shit.
Juan show up? Right in the middle of the feet discussion, because that's awesome.
Oh man,
sub,
you know.
Listen, if you ever turn up to the show expecting it to be any like responsible conversation,
I understand, but I don't think we went to the. I mean, it was bad enough the OnlyFans and the other stuff, but then the feet thing, and just then it's like we don't want to go here. We're just going to keep going here. I'm like, I know it's a thing. I get it's a thing. We don't have to unpack that all today.
No, right? So, what happened was it was Aditya's fault.
It's always Aditya's fault.
So speaking of responsible discussion, then what was your guys' first Android phones?
Responsible discussion.
My first Android phone
never been said on this show.
It was a Galaxy S3. It was a Galaxy S3.
That was a good one, but you, Matt.
Now you did it.
Oh no,
you did it.
No, it wasn't me. Aditya, look what happened. Look what happened. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So, Juan, hello. Nice to see you. Becky, it's lovely to see you. Hello. What were you saying, Andrew?
Yeah.
Let's go.
My first Android phone was a Samsung Galaxy S3, and I absolutely hated that thing. Hated it. I just couldn't stand it.
I can't remember my first Android phone. I am pretty sure it was a Sony.
Oh, really? Was it like a V1 or something?
So, I'm pretty sure it was a phone. I'm pretty sure that old ass phone is actually in one of the kids' toy boxes upstairs.
Rolondo's in the chat. He says a Windows phone.
I took the battery out of that phone.
Well,
got rid of it responsibly, and then I'm pretty sure I gave it to the kids as a toy because it was broken.
Right. So Rolando, it's your first Android device, not your first smartphone. So and then Ronald says an HTC Evo Win Max. Okay. Who else we got? Let's see. Vazikos has got S2.
Oh, the HTC One X.
The One X. I like that. First Android phone was the Galaxy Y.
How do you all remember these things? Like, I don't remember what I had for dinner last week. It was probably pizza, but still.
A few months ago, I ended up picking up like my old Samsung Droid Charge I had, which is absolutely terrible.
Never had that. Never saw that. Was that like a Verizon phone?
This is the only Samsung phone I've ever owned as that I've ever used as my main phone, and let's just say I haven't ever since then. but
the droids were Verizon phones, weren't they? Really?
Yeah. Yes, that was the drive for specifically. Though Samsung, what was it? Samsung, Motorola, and HTC all made Droid phones under the Droid branding. I remember.
Yeah.
Because the droid DNA was the HTC Butterfly everywhere else in the world. I remember because that was right before the M8 came out or the M7 came out.
Yeah, so I'm just curious, but yeah, my first actual cell phone was my department phone. It was a little clamshell. It was actually a Nextel back in the day when it had the little walkie-talkie feature. Terrible idea for police officers, right? Terrible, because I used to have it on my duty belt right at the front, right? And so I would walk up to a car and I would be talking to a person. Hey, the reason why I'm stopping you, I get your driver's license and insurance. And my buddy would go, hey, you suck. I hate you. And I was like, okay. And then the person would look at me and go, what the fuck is that? I'm like, I got nothing. So I used to leave it in my car because everybody would see you on a traffic stop and they would just sit there because you couldn't stop it. It was just a walkie-talkie, and but it was right in the violator's ear, right in their face. And it was like, hey, you're kind of cute back there. Why don't you come over and give me a hug? It's like, oh my God, what's happening? So we used to, it was bad. We were some old school shenanigans back. Oh God, it was bad. But so I had I got the S3 and I hated it. And then I saw the HTC One M7. I was like, wow, that's so much better. So I got rid of that was my first, the first Android phone I liked was the HTC One M7. That's the one I had. So, and then his first Android was HTC. See, I think a lot. I wonder how many people their first Android was an HTC. Something
probably a lot because HTC were quite.
Back then, yeah,
they were the bomb diggity.
Bomb diggity.
They were a much closer competitor to Samsung back then on all carriers, at least in North America. They were.
Yeah. First cell phone was a huge black box with a rectangular phone in it. Oh yeah. Oh, the bag, a bag phone.
Yeah. You had to hook it up to your car battery.
Right. You had to plug it in with the charger plug, and all it had was just a handle, and on the back it had a dial pad that lit up a green. Yeah, I forgot. I want to say it was US Cellular, but I can't swear to it. I can't remember who made the actual device. I don't That was the Motorola. I can't remember, but I remember being like, how cool is that you had like the little leather bag phone that sat in your car on the floorboard, right? And yeah, it was, I don't think I ever used it, but yeah, it was wild. I was like, oh my God, I got a phone in my car. I'm awesome. I'm like, yeah, I'm not really awesome.
So when I worked at Best Buy Mobile, like we would take in trade-ins a lot of times, and it was either people wanted to recycle or just whatever. They didn't really get any benefits from it. But we legit had someone trade in like the Motorola brick phone, and so like
was that the Zach Morris phone? Was that the Zach Morris phone?
Basically, yeah. And so we at the time we had this deal where like because Best Buy at the time had their own protection plan, and so our store would give out loaner phones, and they were usually like crappy HTC Evo. Terrible ones, Yeah, but we would kind of joke depending on the person if they were if we had a rapport with the customer. We would take we kept this phone and we just go, here's your loaner phone, like this big giant brick phone that we'd have set there with a big antenna that looks like you're trying to call people in Vietnam.
It's like 8 feet long. It's like
I feel like I'm trying to like give air support in Vietnam.
calling an airstrike.
Yeah, pretty much.
Becky says that your phone list is so long it's sick. She's never seen mine.
No, I was going to say, I don't think I have anything compared to Matt. Matt changes phones like he changes his knickers. No, not knickers. Underscore.
No.
What the fuck was it called?
Underdrawers.
No, what was the other one that was up there? It was the I liked it better. Undercrackers? No.
Undercrackers, yeah.
I like that. That one I like. That's pretty good.
Undercrackers.
Well, I changed my undercrackers.
When you say that, I just imagine like underpants that have a lot of starch once they've been like pressed,
Right. They're like so rigid, they're like crackers on your body.
Your undercrackers don't have a lot of starch in them. I can tell you that. So, they get changed twice a week.
Had a BlackBerry 830, 8350i, a 9930, and a Q10. That was
a BlackBerry for ages, yeah.
Yeah, the only BlackBerries I ever had were the Q2 and the Q2 LE, and I love that. Those are cool. Yeah, undercrackers.
I will say one thing. Our viewership has dropped since we talked about feet.
Yeah, you think so? Because it makes people weird, and nobody wants to have that conversation ever.
Did you guys ever see the concept for somebody released it was like a renders, but it was basically like a Windows phone, but Windows 95 in all sorts of style and apps? No. Did you guys ever see that? Like here, I can share and pull it up here. It's crazy. Here we go. I don't know if you might be able to add it. This thing looked freaking sick.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, here we go. Don't mind the 50 tabs I've got, but
wow,
that looks glorious.
Yeah, that looks what it looks like. It looks like a 650. It looks like a Lumia 650 is what it looks like.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they just picked whatever as far as the hardware for it. But
yeah,
like that looks like I would buy that,
including Clippy. Oh, there you go. That's awesome. Dude,
not really good for OLED displays.
I know at one point I would totally rock that just because it looks cool.
Oh,
see, what cracks me up is Microsoft could do all this kind of stuff. They can make an Android skin that looks like that. They could actually take. I'm sure they can take the Windows Phone OS, and I know they could do something like that. But what it looks like is a Windows 95 mobile. Yeah, I don't know if that was a red or was it like I thought that was an April Fool's Day kind of gag.
I think it was too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was April Fool's Day gag. Oh no, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, because I can see the problem is I can see past your green screen. That's not cool.
Yeah, you can see the Union Jack on my wall back there.
Yeah, no, I can only see a shelf, some kind of shelving. That's okay. So yeah, I really wish that they could do like a Windows 95. That would be cool if they had some kind of a Windows 95 themed skin for like Windows Phone, or even for or if they could put it on a Duo or something just for fun. I think that would be kind of cool.
Matt, you don't look impressed.
That's
You're like, no, I would never.
he's still thinking about undercraft feet. That's what Matt's just
No,
disappointed we
chilling.
didn't keep on the feet discussion. Apparently,
No, I'm not. Not at all.
right. I just want to get So
I think Juan came in and left immediately. I can't imagine why. Yeah.
yeah, it's bad.
No, DTR, I didn't switch to wide angle. I just sat back.
Well, what happened was when I
This is not how I normally like to sit when I'm on the podcast. I usually have a position, but I'm aching today after lifting so much.
Matt. We didn't get rid of Ron. We didn't get rid of Juan. He's still here. He's lurking. But yeah, it was bad. It was just funny how I guess Juan came in right as that feet discussion was coming in. He's like, "Wow, what the hell happened to this show? It went off."
New definition of wearable.
There's our normal crazy show, and then there's today.
Right. And then
there's a whole new level of fucking insane.
Does a judicial ankle monitoring bracelet count as a wearable?
Yeah.
If issued by the Rosses, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's the Albanian Rosses.
Right. It's funny how that apparently
James May calls them Rosses everywhere he goes. So he's like, "This is the German Rosses, the Albanian Rosses," and they have no fucking idea what he's talking about.
They're like, "What?" Yeah. No, I think I think they would consider that a wearable, Andrew. If we're going to be really honest, I mean, you are wearing it probably for reasons that you probably don't want to acknowledge or disclose to people, but it is a wearable,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Crikey, it's the Albanian Rosses.
That's what he said. Crikey, it's the Albanian Rosses.
Jeez, that's just weird.
And then drove off a cliff.
Okay. The peelers? Is that
Oh, so what was it? The other day you guys were talking.
Simon, what the fuck? Even I don't know that one. And I live in the UK with you, brother. I do not know what that means.
Oh man, I tell you what was you guys were talking the other day about old gaming and I found this website called old-games where you can download a bunch of old games and they work. Kind of like how GOG does it, except they don't have their own launcher, it's just an installer. And one of the games I found was and I forgot about this when I was little, was the Monty Python and the Holy Grail game. And that
was
ran
a
for
game?
DOS. Yeah, and it was glorious. You log in and they're register your product, and I'm answering questions, and lo and behold, I stopped after I hit 100 questions, and they're ludicrous. Who's not a member of Monty Python? And one of them's Sheryl Crow, or something, and you go through I assume most people have probably seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and you could play as the Dark Knight who gets his arms and legs cut off, and you play from his point of view, and inside of his helmet is this computerized, interface and HUD and everything. But I forgot how good those old games were with that. The fact that Monty Python came out with the game. They had all of the Monty Python people who were still alive in the mid '90s to actually record audio for it.
Oh wow!
And yeah, and it works to this day. Works great, and I'm just wow, this I can't believe something like that still holds up.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the game I used to like was You Don't Know Jack. Remember the You Don't Know Jack games? God, those are so fun.
I played some of those more once I think there's been a revival of that once, especially early on in the pandemic, because it was one of those few games that people could play on Zoom really easily.
Yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide. There used to be a website and it had a whole bunch of old PC ROMs, and I can't think of it back in the day.
If anybody knows, it'll be him.
Yeah.
Why do I look really small compared to you lot right now?
Because you're sitting 6 feet back from the screen.
You're plotting destruction.
It's not mine. Somebody's, but it's not mine.
There we go. Peel's was named given the first police out. They were named after Sir Robert Peel. Okay. So there you go.
Oh.
There you go. So now you learned something from Andrew. There you go. So Andrew helped you out with the peelers. So there you go.
Nice.
I can't remember, but yeah, I just remember they had a whole bunch of I'm talking really old. It was like a repository website, and it had all sorts of old PC games, all the old SSI, the games like Dungeons and Dragons games, like the Curse of the Azure Bonds and all those kinds of games like that. And then stuff that would run on like 386, 46. And I can't remember the name of it. And I wish I could remember. I used to look at it all the time and download games and try. Yeah, they were like DOS-based games. I can't remember. I want to say it's like Crazy DOS or DOS. Oh, God. If somebody can find it, they were really, really cool.
Because I'll send you that link. It's like old-games.com has a bunch of them, but you can get like Curse of the Azure Bonds and some of those D&D games like on GOG now. Yeah. Like I played, what was it, Menzo Baranzan, and I was like, oh yeah, wow, this game's fun, but the controls are horrible. It's like I can hardly play it, but man,
I guess
yeah.
my question is, how do those work?
It makes you appreciate how far we've come with controls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh gosh.
Like,
yeah.
You know that now it feels like you can be annoyed, but you're like, I really am happy with the way things have gone. It could have gone a complete different way, but we have ended up in the right space where we are.
Now, what's the rule with ROMs? Like, is it like 99 years? How long was it before they become like public domain? Like those games are just like, especially for like developers who've like been out of business for like 20, 30 years. I wonder what the rule is. Abandonware. That was it. Abandonware. Oh yeah, I think that was the name of the website. I don't know if was it my Abandonware. Yeah, I'm not sure.
It looks like for games, it could be between 50 and 70 years for a game to enter public domain.
Yeah,
it looks like.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, it was like Abandonware kind of games. Yeah, so I was just curious because I mean, some of those games are like, man, I wish they would they're really obviously never gonna, they're not gonna get royalties on it. There's probably very few people except older gamers like us who would remember those games back, the DOS-based games back in the 386, 46 days, those kind of things. Us old people, yeah, not Matt. The cool guy who's all Call of Duty and shit, right?
I appreciate the retro games. Hey, I remember where we came from.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. There was one game I played recently because I played it way back when it was called Old Time Baseball.
I play Apex. I like Apex.
Oh, Apex is good.
I thought
no. I never played it. Right. I never played Apex, and then Val said, "Download Apex." So
yeah, she plays Apex.
Okay, she plays Apex, right? So she told me to play it. So I downloaded it. I played it. I like it. However, I have no fucking idea what's going on or what guns are good. So I'm going to get online with her one day and I'm going to learn what guns are what and figure out what's going on.
Right. Now you know how I feel with Call of Duty. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like,
but the difference is,
I don't know what the hell's happening.
The difference is I'll pick it up very quickly.
Yeah, clearly, because you have experience with shooters. I'm saying, and
that's what I mean.
Ronald
I
is
can do it, and it'll be fun, and then I'll pick it up, and I'll be like, oh, cool, let's go.
Yeah,
and
I was going to say.
I don't know if Josh is still here, or TK, because the feet thing. I think literally everyone. No, fuck this. We're out, man. We're out of the gun.
They're pulling the ejection sheet. Like, fuck it.
They're like, ah!
Gone. Right. Anyway, so that's what day is it?
Sunday.
Right. So tomorrow we'll be playing again. If you want to join the streams.
Yeah,
Val and Josh will be streaming and stuff like that.
The game you won't play is Valorant. You're not going to play that.
No. I'm not playing that piece of shit.
Did you actually play it?
That microtransaction filled pay-to-win piece of shit. No, I am not going to play that game. When you spend $99 on a gun set and then you're winning everything because it doesn't matter if somebody else has got the same gun. You've paid for that skin, which has made that gun more powerful. So you're fucked. No, it's stupid.
Yeah, there goes Goran giving you some shade, Matt. Keeping you real.
What's he saying? Fuck you, Goran.
Man.
I mean, you're correct, but fuck you anyway.
Right.
Oh man.
No, I hate that guy. No, I don't. I love that guy.
Yeah, Goran's good people. So everybody in the chat's good people. So like I said,
not everyone. Aditya is a bad influence.
No, Aditya is a little. I think Aditya is kind of like crazy, but like in a fun way. He's the kind of friend you're like, hey, what are you guys bored? Don't worry, I get some good ideas.
Sam,
let's do this.
I will say one thing. Please, for the love of God, moderate Becky.
No.
She's in the chat, right? She's like she came in and everyone went, "Oh shit," and it's calmed down.
Right. Because that's what happens. And she
But that's a good thing. We just level it off. Poof, moderate your wife.
I love you say moderate Becky. You don't live with her. Yeah. When you meet her, you won't be moderating shit. She's going to tell you exactly how this is going to go. She'll be like, yeah, nobody moderates me, bud. No, and
she's
nobody
lovely.
gets me.
I don't know what you're talking about. She's given me all the places to go. She sent me that list of all the places to visit when I come over. She's a lovely person. I don't know what you're talking about, Sam. Don't listen to Sam. Don't listen to Sam. His wife is a very nice person.
Yeah, I just said there's no regulating. I let her kind of go in there and kind of take care of business. She's very capable of handling herself, by the way. So I can learn a thing or two from her probably as far as handling things. So that's So I thought about that just now. It makes me think when Andrew and I were talking about these old DOS games. I'm like, I was trying to remember like old games. I was trying to remember.
I just appreciate his T-shirt.
I do too. I think it's fantastic. But he said that. Did you say that you bought that, or did you have? What was the deal with that? Did you have?
So I went. There was like a. I need to pull it up on. I need to look it up.
Nice.
But basically, I found a vector graphic of this and then had them like print it.
Oh.
So I had to actually it was like a custom T-shirt to do because
can you do what
I wanted it. Ooh, yeah, yes. We'll have to get it.
No one ever.
Yeah, but yeah, no, because basically I wanted to have certain material for it, and because this one's also with a lot of these, the ones I was looking at, you get the silk screen, and it's like a I forgot what it is, but when the logo kind of isn't very what's the term for it? It's a thick. If that makes any sort of sense.
It's it's like the laminate's really kind of it's not real thin. It's almost like a pad.
It's crap.
Yeah. And
shit.
So I have to look up where I got this one made because it's been a little bit, but it turned out pretty good. So I liked it,
Yeah. So we gotta check that out. So.
I'm definitely gonna make Sam a T-shirt. Send it to him.
Absolutely, and it's gonna cost you what, like $90.
I'm going to do it now. I'm going to send you it'll be worth it. I'm going to get a picture of Chris's head.
Right.
Just whack it on a T-shirt. I'm just going to send it to you.
Yeah,
and I'm going to get one for the wall. And literally, I swear to God, I'm going to get our logo here, and then I'm going to get a big Chris's head underneath.
Right. That'd be good. So if you check it out, if you're into those or just want to kind of peruse the old games, just check out old-games.com. Check them out and see. And if you're want to see what we had to suffer through in the early
# not sponsored.
Not sponsored. But who is sponsored? Stream Skins. Got lots of skins, folks. You should check out the website
and cases.
Check them out. They're pretty good quality and they're nice people. Really responsive help desks and customer support teams. They're pretty good. You should check them out. And also, save you a few dollars or a few quid, depending on where you're buying it from the rest of the other people we won't mention on this stream because we're not doing that. So you'll know who they are. Check them out. Streamskims.co.uk. Go check them out. Tell them we sent you. Maybe they'll give you a couple bucks. Or worst case, if you put it on
we already have
wrong.
There's a link on my Twitter. At the top of my Twitter, it's 15% off. Boom.
Or worst case, if you put it on wrong, they'll give you some. It'll flame you. They'll tell you how much you suck about if you screw up their skin apply. They'll tell you you're terrible at it, like me.
That sound they fucking torched you on Twitter for that.
They were bad. And I only messed up one minor piece of it. And they were.
It was the number 4. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my duo.
It's because they're our sponsor. That's why.
They're fantastic.
You should know better. You should know better, so you get told when you.
Yeah. I agree. So, like I said, they definitely let me know that I made a mistake. They were very quick to point that out.
They did to me as well. Don't worry about it. When I did the PS5 controller, man, I fucked that shit right up.
Yeah, and I was gonna say if
you
you're
know
looking
how
for
hard
the
it is
wing,
to apply a skin that goes round a corner.
Right. Yeah, I would say I think Ronald, you're probably in trouble on the LG wing. Probably sure they're not gonna have a skin. I don't think anybody's gonna have a skin for that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to probably custom make it.
Oh yeah. So
I'm not going to say it here. I'll send you a message. I have somewhere for you to go that you might get skipped for.
Okay, well, sounds good. So if you happen to, good luck with that. I know, and I'm curious to see what his thoughts are on the wing because I don't know anybody I've really talked to who's actually tried to use that.
I still want to get one.
It looks cool. I mean, I just think it looks kind of neat.
I have no practical use whatsoever for a wing. Right. Like, what am I going to do with it using it on the show? Because I'm still going to have it sideways anyway.
Right.
So,
Aditya's asking Matt, what watches that you
it's
have?
just cool. The Galaxy Watch.
Just the original one?
No. Not. Did they just release a brand new one?
Well, they have the Galaxy Watch 3, I think, right?
They literally just released a brand new one. This one's this was the previous one to this year's.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Juan's got the wing. He said, it's really fun. He shoots his B-roll on it. So that I'd love to check it out. I think if he gets sub 400, I'd like to try one.
I really want to get a hold of one just because I want to try it out. But the problem is, I live in the UK. It's hard enough to get an LG phone as it is. Never mind one as unique as the wing.
I wonder, are they all carrier locked, or are there some unlocked versions of the wing? I would assume.
I think they're all carrier.
There's none in the UK at all, and if I get one unlocked, I have to pay customs charges. Remember, because it will be coming from abroad. Then that's going to cost me about £1,200 for an LG wing. You cost in the fact that I'm going to get one for about £500-600 online, plus charges, so that's about 700 plus customs and shipping. That's over 1,000. 1,200 easy for a second-hand LG wing.
Yeah, it looks like all of the wings.
It's not viable, is it? Really, for me to get one at that price.
Well, and even then, like it's gonna have. So at least in the U.S. here, from their website, it's Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. So even if you got one that was unlocked, there's not necessarily gonna guarantee that you're gonna have all the bands you need.
Right.
Possibly.
And Simon says eBay works in the custom. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's just. And Ron says something about LG International.
Oh yeah,
and it's just LG didn't sell phones in many countries. Yeah, it's just a shame. But I'm just curious. Well, I think the wing's pretty cool. I'd love to just get a whirl and try it out. It looks like a lot of fun to try. I mean, it's just pretty unique.
I know.
Unique.
But how would it work as far as multitasking? I feel like having that half a screen. At least for in term, because I'm so used to having the dual screen, and I wonder how. I feel like it's a different use case in terms of you're not really going to multitask.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah,
Andrew. Yeah.
It's completely a different type of multitasking to what you'd be doing on the.
Especially
Duo.
if you're used to using two fullish screens, I think it'd be really hard. If you've never had any kind of dual screen,
but it won't be the same type of use for what you would use the Duo or the V60 or anything like that.
Well, Andrew, I think you'd probably get some use out of it.
It just looks cool as shit. I'll pay £1,200 just to go. That's it. And then I'll send that shit straight back.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at their international site and I don't even see it like a buy now part on
that's
there.
What I mean. No, there isn't. And if you do find it, as soon as it lands in the UK, you know what our customers, they'll look at it and go, this doesn't belong here. £500 to get it out of customs. What?
Yeah. UK customs.
I already paid the customs charges, and now you're charging me again?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds like a hustle they got going on there.
That's how they got me with the Duo.
Juan's saying it's a better on the go kind of setup, full one screen app, and have a small portrait keyboard to type on. Yeah. I'm sure you could probably find some use cases, but I mean, if you've never had any kind of dual screen device at all, it'd probably be better if you're used to having a Duo or whatever.
I wouldn't think of it as a dual screen.
I wouldn't
think of it as like Juan uses it as he shoots his B-roll with it, and it's because I've got the gimbal, and it's got that use, but it's definitely not for multitasking. Like that, like the Duo is, and the other one, the V60.
Yeah. No news on Google 6 other than the fact that it'll probably suck and nobody's going to buy it. I'm just kidding. I don't know. It'll probably be very good. Nobody will buy it. I mean, who knows? I don't know.
No, the Pixels have done really well last year and this year here. I know quite a few people with Pixels.
Because they find out what their niche is.
Right.
Well, no, that's it. The previous Pixels, the Pixel 1, 2, 3, 4, never seen anybody with them. As soon as they came out with the Pixel 5 and the Pixel 4a, now I see loads of people have got.
Yeah, they're solid phones. Like I said, I got that 485G. I thought it was
Hick is in the chat. There you go. Hick is in the chat. And he's started a whole Instagram thing and everything just off the Pixel. It just goes to show you what your phone can do. Mm-hmm. If you didn't know and you was looking at his monochrome channel and his main Instagram channel, you'd think he was shooting professionally off a proper DSLR, but he's not. He's shooting off the pixel, doing a bit of editing, and that's it. Off he goes.
Yeah, it's good one. I tell you what, one thing too I've been noticing a lot of on Swappa, like there's a ton of Xperia 1 Mark IIs going for sale now on Swappa, and the prices are starting to go down on them.
Yeah.
As well. So those could be good options for people too wanting to get into that.
Yep. So I'm really curious to see. Like I said, I think if a wing came available and was pretty cheap, I might take a swing on it. We'll have to take a look. So who knows? It's going to be an interesting time. We got the summer coming up. We're going to have launches and all sorts of stuff coming out. So it'll be fun. As always, what's good about that is it's just wait a little while with tech. So phones and tablets and smart devices, it'll be kind of cool. So we'll see how it goes. And we'll be here to talk about it. And we'll talk about other things too, other than just phones and devices. We'll talk about food and football, both football, American football, and the football.
There is only one football.
We're actually going to see. We're
the
actually
one played with your feet.
We're going to see how many people are going to bet that Derby get relegated. I think they're going to get relegated.
It's looking like it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we should do is we should probably do a poll. We should do a poll. We should do that on Twitter. We should do a poll. What's the chance of Derby get relegated? And we'll see what happens.
Nope.
I think that's a good idea. We're going to do that across the podcast. We're going to do a poll. Derby get relegated.
I will unfollow you.
That's fine. I don't really care because nobody follows us anyway. It's okay. This wouldn't be much of a loss.
I'm not getting into it now because I'm already pissed off after we lost. So
I just how many more games you guys got left to play?
One.
Oh shit! If they lose, they're done.
It's literally that's it. Yeah.
Or what if they tie? If they tie, they get in.
If they tie, then it all relies on the team below us.
They gotta either tie or lose.
They gotta lose.
Oh, so if you tie, the team below you's gotta lose.
Yes.
So so basically what we say in the United States, they control their destiny.
Yeah, we control our own destiny.
Match,
if we win, we're done. We're sand. But
if you tie, the team below you wins, you're out. If they tie and you tie, you're out. They have to lose.
Yes.
And if you guys lose, you're just fucked either way.
No, if we lose and they lose, then we're good.
Okay. So you got to hope for just win the match, and then you don't have to worry who they playing.
Yeah, well, I would have fucking said that, but it's not that. Yeah, like yesterday, if we'd won yesterday, we'd be safe. But no.
So what's their last game? Who's their last match against?
Weirdly, the team that's underneath the one underneath us, Sheffield Wednesday. So we're on 43 points, right? There's 3 teams underneath us. 3 teams get relegated out of the Championship into League One. We are currently 4th from bottom. The 3 teams underneath us, one's already gone.
They're gone.
The 2 underneath us are on the same points. So, and Rotherham are the ones that are our problem because we are facing Sheffield Wednesday. We can send Sheffield Wednesday into League One by drawing or winning, but we need Rotherham to lose their game. So our fate is in our own hands because we are playing one of the teams that's underneath us as our last game.
So you should be able to beat them at least.
So we should be able to beat them and be safe. But chances are, with the way it's been going, we're going to lose.
And if they lose, they are relegated.
If we lose and Sheffield Wednesday win, it's so confusing because it's really tight. It's dead close. Very, very close. It's hard to explain.
Wow.
Basically, we need to win, man. If we lose to Sheffield Wednesday and they're below us, I think we've got a better goal difference than them, so we stay up. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look.
And so you guys, when you guys mean relegated, you mean like you go to like a different
league, yeah,
right. Different league, yeah.
So there's the Premier League, the Championship, League One, and League Two, right?
So Andrew,
we're in the Championship. If we get relegated, we go into League One.
Right. So Andrew, it's like this. Let's say the St. Louis Cardinals finished dead last in Major League Baseball. They would go to AAA.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah,
right.
Okay.
So let's say
that makes sense.
Yeah, 32 Major League teams. Let's say the bottom 2 teams they would go to AAA, and the top 2 AAA teams would go up to MLB. That's the same concept.
No wonder European football fans can get so violent sometimes.
I think if American sports teams could get it, like MLB and baseball and basketball and hockey could get into that relegation, I think that would make it interesting. I think it's
It
a
would.
fantastic concept because you tell Americans, they're like, what the fuck? Can you imagine like the Cardinals
Like
being
going
in,
to minor
AAA?
leagues?
Yeah.
Or,
It's
oh
incredible.
God.
That would be
Oh.
cool.
You
I
have
think we
to
should
play well to earn your spot in the top leagues.
Right. I
And
think they
we-
would. I guarantee
And
they
we
would
just
take a lot of
haven't done
owners.
that. We just haven't
Right.
done that this season. and
I
it
think
is
American
looking
sports
like
could
that.
use that. I think that relegation, if you talk to American sports fans, they'd be like, at first be like, that's weird. But if you think about it, I'm like, that's probably a good idea. I think we could try to do that. That would be kind of interesting.
That would really throw. Oh, I don't know how sports fans here would handle that. That would be a huge shift in how things happen here.
Right.
but
It'd be
that's
cool
just
though.
it.
I think it'd be great. But yeah,
It's good. It makes it more interesting because you're fighting for something.
Right. I
Yeah.
like the idea. More now that I understand it and it's been explained to me, I'm like, yeah, actually, that's a pretty good idea. I kind of like that as a sports leagues kind of approach. I think it's kind of cool. Anyway.
watch
So,
if it only happens in curling here or something. You know.
right. Badminton. Right. That's all.
Yeah,
Well,
badminton, tennis.
Right. We have a badminton league here in the United States. So that's it. We're at about an hour and 40 minutes. We had a great time. We had Andrew on, which we love having Andrew on. So
Yeah, thank you
for taking time out of your busy schedule to come
Meh.
on and hang out with us.
No, we love you, man. We love you. You know we do. We know we do.
Well, yeah. Thank you guys for having me on. This is it's just a highlight for me to be on and join you guys and just be able to shoot the shit with you guys.
Well, we
And
appreciate it.
I will say one thing. When you're all sorted and everything, we're all, including everybody here, will be looking forward to Process coming back.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Yeah. It's like it's been crazy. I want to try and bring it back next week if possible because I've just been so busy these last few months that it's been crazy.
man.
Yeah.
So that's going to do it for our show this week. And I apologize for not posting the last week's show. I just absolutely forgot about it until yesterday. So I'm going to try to post both shows, last week's and this week's. Obviously, want to get this in. So for everybody in the chat, DT and Ronald and Joe and Juan and TK and Jeff, I'm sure he's not here anymore because he probably dived out halfway through the show. The conversation got awkward and weird. Sure. And for anybody else who's listening, if I didn't message Goran and Fazakos and everybody else, Joe Hickey, thanks for coming and listening to the show. Remember, you can download it after the show, Spotify, Google Podcasts.
I don't know why you would.
I don't know why you would. It's cool. If you could, that'd be fantastic. Give us a sub, give us a like, go on our comments and make fun of us. That's cool too.
Whoa. Did you this is the first time you just asked people to sub and like?
Yeah, if they want to.
You have never done that before. This is the first time, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time he will ever say this. And I don't know if he's never said it before. Normally he doesn't care if you sub or like.
Oh, I don't. I just want to make sure that you can enjoy the show.
Ooh, what's happening?
Nothing. I'm just saying it's available. I just want people to know that it's an available feature. If they want to find out when we come on, they can sub this show. They don't have to, and we're never going to ever charge anybody ever for this because, like, why?
I am.
Well, Matt may. He
My
may
pretty
pay
face
all
ain't
his
coming for
content.
free forever, man.
Right, no. So, like I was saying, if you just happen to check it out, it's all good. We enjoy you guys coming on, participating in the chats, throwing comments out there. Just the fact that everybody's taking time on a Sunday to come listen to us, talk about whatever we talk about. We love you guys. We appreciate it. We will hope to see you guys all back and gals in the chat because I saw Tech Love Mama popped in as well. So check us out. Tell somebody about us. Oh, actually, I plugged us in a major meeting, by the way, at work. We have these things where we have like senior
I'm just gonna say. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say this right now. Our outros are the longest
Yeah, I know.
on any channel ever. You've just ended the show, and now you're like, wait a minute.
Right. No, but here's the thing. It just reminded me. We have these meetings every month where we have like senior management and senior leadership, and the person that was on was talking about that she's a big podcast fan. I said, well, here's the deal. You can listen to this podcast. And I typed it in the chat. She's like, oh, I never heard of it. I said, well, of course you have. Again, it's the best podcast you never heard of, right? So I hope she doesn't listen to it because these are people I work with who are like senior management. They may not like the content. I'm just saying, who knows?
So
right?
why the fuck did you say, oh, here's one for you, but I hope you don't watch it?
Well, listen to
You
it.
could have given them any podcast in the world, and you get
You're like-
ads, and
you're
then
like,
you hope they don't.
Put on
listen
the mute
to
us.
No,
Put us on a mute, you know.
I guess the funny thing was the fact that he was talking about listening to podcasts, and that's something she really enjoys doing. And the fact that I could legitimately say we actually have a legitimate podcast that we actually create content. I don't know. It just sounded like it seemed to be.
Yeah, but then now you're saying, yeah, but I hope you don't listen.
Right. Well, because I just don't want to go on there and go, God, these guys are maniacs.
That's
right?
just like you making a cake for me, giving it to me and go, I hope you don't eat that.
Right. Now you might just take a bite of it anyway just to see like how bad it is. So who knows? Maybe we have another fan of one of my senior managers where I work. So that'd be kind of cool. So anyways, that being said, thanks for listening to Across the Pondcast, the best podcast you never heard of. Same time next Sunday, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock BST. We'll be there bringing you probably a bunch of hot garbage, but we'll have fun doing it, and we'll appreciate you guys showing up and doing it with us. That'd be kind of fun. Participate, have fun. Andrew, enjoy the house.
Yeah. I'll keep you guys posted.
Matt, no relegation. No.
Well, let's just put it this way. This time next week, I'm either going to be extremely happy or very pissed off.
Man, I hope they win because I don't want to deal with you in a bad mood because that's just I don't want to deal with it. If they lose, I don't even want to hear about it. Because
if we lose and get relegated, the best thing to do on next week's show is just don't mention football.
Right, we'll just skip it.
Nobody mention it.
Okay. Well, they're going to mention just to fuck with you. I won't mention it in the stream, but they're going to mention it in the channel.
Also, no, because I'm a very, very passionate football fan, and I'm very love Derby County. So if we go down, I will be very pissed off.
There you go. So that's it, folks. So
my birthday is on a Sunday this year.
Yay. We'll have to do a birthday stream. It'll be good times.
23rd of this month.
Cool. We're going to make sure we have
happy pre-birthday.
Right.
So we will be live, and I will be like,
and he'll be pissed.
I'll be all old and 31. Like, what the fuck? I'm going to be 31 in like 3 weeks.
I don't want to hear it, but that's not even old. Shut your face. Anyways, and on that note, with tapping an asshole, we're going to go ahead and sign off. Across the Podcast, guy, everybody have fun. We'll see you next week, same time. Bye, everybody. Peace out. Have a good weekend.